Hello and welcome back to GA Country Boy Chronicles. I am your host, the GA Country Boy. You guys are going to find this one very hilarious and also entertaining at the same time. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. Have you ever been in a situation where someone wanted to change your name? Yes, completely change the name, not give you a cute little nickname, but change your name. Well, this one happened to me in the fourth or fifth grade growing up in the South in the country. I had a teacher by the name of Mrs. Shorter, and just so happened in this class, there was two Tonys. Now I got to give you a little backstory on my name. My mother, she was very special, and when I say special, meaning she made me unique. I have two first names, meaning my first and middle name are exactly the same, Tony Anthony, and I didn't really pay attention to it until I got up a little older, and then I realized, like, wow, they kind of mean the same thing. But as you say, that's what my mother named me, and I'm happy to have that name. So just look at me as Tony Tony. So in the fourth and fifth grade, Mrs. Shorter, she was having difficulties with whenever she would call the first name Tony, both of us would answer. Or one of the kids would say, Tony did this or Tony did that. She would just instantly get us both mixed up. She would get confused, rightfully so, because it's two Tonys in the class and the kids wouldn't say their last name, say our last name. So she came up with a clever idea. She thought it would be cool to, hey, why don't I just change one of these young men's names? So she came to school one day and she asked both of us to step to her desk and she started to rattle off her idea. And I gotta tell you, in my head, just her beginning with what she was saying, her complications and having two Tonys, I had tuned that out. I kind of knew where she was going with it, and I was not having any part of it. So she proceeds to say, I think it's only fair, for the classroom and for you guys to that we change one of you guys' names. Again, I'd already tuned out, so I instantly just I looked at the other Tony, and I looked back at her, and I'm only thinking like. What would my mother say? What would any one of my grandmothers say? Any one of my family say? They would probably say the same thing that you would probably say, which looking back at as an adult. Hell no. My name is my name. Get it together. You should be able to, you're a teacher. Use your words. That's what they teach us, right? So, and I'm not being complicated, but that's what was going in my head. So again, I doubled down with the look of disgust, like that's not happening. And rightfully so. And I got this characteristic from my mother. We wear our emotions on our face. Whatever bothers us, or whatever emotion we have, we display it. And I think that's a free gift to have to actually just let it out instead of holding it in and faking it. Some would say it might be rude at times, it could be. But unfortunately, I love my characteristic of just letting it hang out and you can see my emotions. I don't have anything to hide. So back to the story. And before I get into the story, hey guys, check this out. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Come on back and check this Georgia Country Boy out. I got plenty of stories, plenty of laughs. Let's cry, learn together, and also hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time that I make a video. All right, let's get back into the story. So again, she wants to change both of our names. She's presenting it to both of us. I'm just not having it. So I doubled down on my look of disgust. So she see the look in my face and I'm not letting up. It's a little angry look. So she instantly turns to the other Tony. Well, Tony, I think that we could change your name. We're going to change your name to Frederick. And as I heard her say this, I instantly let off the frown. I'm like waiting to hear what he's going to say. I'm assuming that he's going to do exactly what I did, which is, have it already preset in his head of I'm not doing that. But no, he went with it. And I got to tell you, going along with it, I wasn't shocked by it, but I was a little taken back by it because I expected him to say no, but he didn't. And lo and behold, his name became Frederick instead of Tony. So now instead of two Tonys in the class, you have a Tony, GA Country Boy, and you have Frederick. To this day, I wonder why it didn't bother him to do that, but I guess to each his own, correct? Um, I feel bad that he had to change his name, but he went on from fourth to fifth grade with his name being Frederick. I don't know if his parents, his family called him that, but he was Frederick throughout the whole entire rest of his time in high school from everyone. He was the quarterback. They called him Frederick. As for me, I went on with Tony, loved it, became the man in basketball and track. Um, needs to say, that was the story. I just couldn't see me changing my name. I've thought about it a couple times, but just because I have two first names, Tony, but I love it and it's so unique and it's me. And I wouldn't have it no other way. It makes for a good GA country boy, right? So, guys, I'm coming up on the end of my story. If you've ever been through anything like that and anybody wanted to change your name, let me know. Put it in the comments. Let me know if you ran into anything like that before. Just to kind of give you guys a last little note. Frederick's daughter and my daughter became best friends. They've had kids. They've still remained friends all the way until now. I just think it's our fate. We're connected in some form or fashion. So, take time to analyze and look back at your life and just see things for what they are. But for me, being a country boy, I would never let anyone change my name. Hey, that's my story. That's my time. I hope you enjoyed. And if you have not, please hit that like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I make a video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.